Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the live show, the Real Talk live show. We come to you every Fridays, 2 p.m. I have my guests here. Hi, Fanny. Hi, Natasha.
Hello.
Welcome to the Real Talk live show where we get to talk and discuss issues that affect adolescents and young people. Welcome, viewers. Catch us live every Fridays, 2 p.m. on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and uh, YouTube. Can you hear me, Natasha? Hi, Fanny. Kindly please introduce yourself so that our viewers can get to know who the guest is.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Afeni Moinemundia. I'm a nurse by profession and I'm also a peer educator for ZYP. My
Okay.
hobbies are dancing and singing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so it seems like our guest Natasha's network is not stable. If you're joining us, today's topic is red flag. What are the red flags in relationships? Female edition. So, if we start, I would like to start with a question that is, how do you describe red flags? Penny, would you kindly tell us what red flags are?
Yes. Red flag is a sign, a warning sign that are found in a relationship. They can either be healthy or unhealthy between you and your partner.
Okay. Uh,
This can be
like
aggressive or non-aggressive, like cheating.
okay. So looking at the topic, which is red flags in relationship, female edition, while looking at red flags in relationships on the female side. So when you're trying to explain when you're trying to give an explanation, please let us relate it to the female edition. Okay. All right. If you're joining us, thank you once again and welcome to our live show that is online every Fridays 2 p.m. on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Natasha, can you hear me? Okay. So it's like Natasha is not here. He is not listening or the network is really bad. So it's just you and me, Fanny, on the show. Still Natasha's network. I would like to apologize for not having the sign language interpreter because of these connections. And also, I'm sure you noticed that we were supposed to have Chimunya as our host. She's also not able to join us today. Okay, so our topic for today is red flags in relationship, female edition. And like Fanny mentioned, red flags in relationships, these are signs that a person in a relationship will experience that is not pleasing. Okay, so like and then our second question is, does a red flag mean a relationship must end? If you're experiencing a red flag in a relationship, does it mean the relationship must end? What is your thought on that?
I think, on my part, I think they shouldn't end because a
Okay.
relationship, it depends with the kind of the flag that you are receiving at that time.
Okay.
Some flags that you can talk about them, you can find a solution on how you can resolve them. So I think you can't end a relationship just because of one flag. Because a relationship is about committing and also tolerating the other partner that you are going out with.
Okay. So since we're just talking about we described what red flags are, and then now we're talking about, does it mean that if you are experiencing a red flags in relationship, does it mean the relationship must end? I would like to draw us back and just maybe mention some of these red flags. What are these red flags? Because we're discussing red flags, we haven't really mentioned what red flags are or what these signs are. Can you tell us some of the red flags that you might know or want
Yes.
to tell us?
Okay. So we have violent behaviors.
Okay.
We've got cheating. We've got possessiveness. We have lack of accountability and integrity. We also have
Okay, so you've mentioned a lot of signs that would describe to be a red flag. So in a female relationship, like in my life, me as a female, if you mentioned of cheating, my partner is cheating, that is a red flag. And then there was a question to say, does a red flag mean the relationship must end? So if my partner is cheating and that is the red flag, should I really stay in that relationship, or mustn't I leave and find something that will benefit me, or something that is going to boost up my self-esteem? Because if somebody is cheating, you have such thoughts of why is he cheating, what do you think about that?
so I think first and foremost, before you go into a relationship with someone, you're supposed to know the kind of person that you are going to date. There
Mm-hmm.
should be a bond between you, and you're supposed to know at least one or two things about the person that you're going into a relationship with.
Okay.
So if you see your partner is cheating, if you've tried to talk to him to find out what's really the reason, what's the reason behind him doing that, then
Mm-hmm.
he explains in his own way. If it's easy for you to understand, or maybe it's not, that's when you make a decision. Because honestly, no one can stay in a relationship that you are being cheated on, because you don't know who your partner is meeting up with, and you are at risk of anything,
Okay.
HIV and other conditions affecting us. Yes.
Okay, so we have our friends joining us on Facebook. I can see Kelvin Francis Kalova saying, following interesting topic there. Uh, Please invite your friends so that they can come and join and listen to. We have Ernest Mbewe saying, perfectly said. Please do ask us questions, what you'd like to hear from us. Annie is saying, is a cardio red is a cardinal red flag. Okay, I don't really know what. I don't know if it's a question or that's just a comment. Okay. We have Handsome Wetwas saying red flags are actually what shows you if your partner has capacity to change. It's also an opportunity to find out how they resolve impulse. Okay, thank you very much to those who have joined us. Um, Fanny, so earlier today, when I was discussing with Natasha, she was saying something that she posted something on her story to say, discussing red flags as a person who loves red. Like red is her favorite color, and she's discussing red flags. I'm very sad that she's not on the show right now because I wanted to hear some of her experience. Um, Okay, so there's another question that I would like you to answer. This one is going to, like, if you, I don't know, are you going to give us like your experience on it or something like that? Like, why do females ignore red flags in relationship? Why is it that you might see your partner is presenting a lot of red flags, but you are just there sitting and you're just there in the relationship, even though you are seeing the red flags? Can you kind of tell us why we females we do not leave such toxic relationships?
So mostly, I would say, from my own part, I would say sometimes it's this you are desperate. There are some of us that have been through relationships, not just one, relationships, a lot of them. Then you
Mm-hmm.
find this guy, he seems so interested in you, he wants to reach by a place, maybe he's already reached by a place, you know what, no, definitely I'm going to get married. Then
Okay.
he cheats on you. Your only goal, even if he's cheating, he's not cheating on you, your only goal is marriage with that person. So mostly we overlooks the flags because all we're interested or all we want is for us to leave the singleness part to go to a married part.
Okay. So you're saying we just want to have that title to say that okay, I'm in a relationship,
Yes, yes.
even if the relationship is bad, even if it's disturbing your mental health, you just want to stay in that relationship. Okay.
Mostly,
Uh,
okay, let me say, we are scared to say no. How are people going to look at my relationship? How are my friends going to feel about it? Because they sometimes, as female, there's a way that we brag about our
mhm.
relationships, about our partners. So you are off the market. You tell almost everyone to say no. Me, I'm getting married to this guy. This is what is going on. Then the way
Okay.
that you're going to tell them no, things couldn't work out. So at times we're afraid to pull out because we can't explain to the people that we were telling stories about our man and also the community at large.
Okay. There's a comment there again from Francis Kelvin. He's asking, how do you leave a partner who doesn't want to leave you? How do you leave a partner who doesn't want to leave you? This partner is on you. You want to leave them. You want to leave them for I don't know what reason, but they don't want you to leave them. How do you leave such a partner?
In most circumstances, it's very difficult. Talking from experience, it's very difficult to leave such a relationship because mostly you find you are trying to move on, that person is just behind your back and it will hinder you to do other things because at times you make a decision that you are not happy with just to please him so at least you get off your back. But at times there are people whereby no you've seen that no this can't work. And as much as they want you just tell them off to say no, my friend, we've tried this, it has not worked out.
Okay.
There are other
There's
people that
also
will understand, others won't.
okay. There's also another comment from Chisenga Chilupya. He's asking if you can kindly explain when is the right time to notice red flags. Is it when you are in the relationship or is it when you're about to know or get into a relationship? So he's asking to say when do you notice a red flag? Hmm.
Oh my bad. I think when you know the person, when you're just getting to know the person, you see some kinds different traits in that person, how they relate, how they
How?
do.
You know when the relationship is about to start, you know how people are so romantic, they are there, they are spoiling you. But how can you notice that no, this person will show me red flags? How can you know? They want to
So
get you
let me
just there.
okay. So let me give you an example on cheating. Right? I'm
Mhm,
cheating on my partner. We go
mhm.
out on a date. My partner can't hold my phone. I'm busy texting other people.
Okay. That's
He's
like on the
busy,
first
just telling you no. On a first day, he's telling you no, I'm busy with things for work. You're just supposed to understand because of the kind of work. That is 23 or maybe 22. You are out on a date. Then someone is telling you, no, I'm busy with work. But you can't check his phone. You can't hold anything because you're in love. Yeah, it's okay. Maybe it's work. You understand. But with time, you understand that wasn't work.
mm-hmm. All right.
Yes.
Sure. Um there's another comment from Winger. Bista Charity saying female ignore red flags because they feel their partner would change and wouldn't want to be single again. Oh yeah, I remember you spoke about it that you would feel shame, your partner has left you, you were bragging about your partner and what not. Okay, so I would like to drag us a little bit backwards to why do females ignore red flags? So, what are the effects of ignoring red flags if you're a female? What are the consequences of ignoring the red flags that you've seen in your relationship. Your partner has been showing this, and then you do not want to act upon it or to do the right thing. What do you think are the challenges or effects?
Mm, I think the biggest of them, or it's you losing your life, because there are other guys that are violent. You are scared to leave that relationship. He's beating you up almost day and night. Any slight mistake that you do, he can do anything against you. Like the story that was there, that a female was found cheating and the guy had to shoot the lady, I think, 12 times because he couldn't talk about it. That was how the life of the lady ended.
So the guy found the female cheating, and then he shoots the lady.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that was sad. We have a comment from Rebecca Mlenga saying mostly us female overlook the red flag because there's always that hope that someone might change. Okay, so
Yeah.
like the example that you've given, do you think this lady knew that she might get shot at some point? Was the guy violent in the beginning, or she just overlooked the fact that this guy would not do anything bad to her?
I think she just overlooked. If I take you back, there's that story. I think it went viral on Facebook, the one for student nurses. Yes, they
Mm-hmm.
had their misunderstanding. Then after they talked, they got comfortable with each other. That's how they told each other, no, let's go to a certain place, we talk about this. They went into a bush. That's how the lady was killed that side because she accepted at that time to say, no, I think my man has changed. So we can move on with this relationship. Maybe it will take me to different heights.
Okay. Okay,
Yes.
that's really sad. That's really sad amongst us adolescents and young people who are in these relationships and overlooking these signs and symptoms of red flags, thinking that your person is going to change. If they don't change, they don't change. What I know is that a man will change when he wants, and then when he wants to be kept. That's a saying that is going around. Okay, yeah. So there's another comment from Chiza Mbewe. She says, "How? Oh, this is a question. How can you avoid red flags in a relationship and deal with it? How can you avoid red flags in a relationship and deal with it?" He's a female. She's asking, how can she avoid red flags in in this relationship, and how can she deal with it?
So the red flags, you can't avoid them because when you're stepping out to go into that relationship, you find
Mhm.
my preferences are not your preferences. There are some things that your partner likes, you don't like them, but because of love, you overlook those things to say no, it's okay. So mostly at times we take time, ladies, we take time to see the red flags because we are taken, we're so in love to a point that we no longer see anything important. Even if our friends try to tell us things, we just say no, maybe they want to break my relationship, it's not going to work, stuff like that. Maybe they're jealous about me, this guy, maybe they want the guy. So mostly it's just us and our preferences. Once you know a man, once you know what you want, once you know the man very well, it's very easy for you to tell that no, okay, this red flag I can handle it, this one I can't handle it.
Okay. There was also a question in the comments which was saying, not today, there was a comment which was saying, how should girls deal with red flags in relationships? Since the other comment was asking, how do I, wait a minute, I've forgotten what it says, but it was talking about how do I, I've forgotten what it says. Okay, so this question is saying, how should girls deal with red flags in relationship? You've seen that this is the behavior this guy is exhibiting. How should we girls uh, deal with them?
So I think you need to open up to your partner. Sometimes we see these things and we take them to ourselves. But mostly, if you sit down with your partner, you tell your partner, no, this kind of behavior, this behavior that you portray towards me, I think
Mhm.
I'm not comfortable with it. You talk, you discuss, because the relationship is so about you communicating with your partner all the time. So mostly we overlook and we keep grudges. Mostly
Mm-hmm.
ladies, you keep no. Then there'll be a time whereby no, maybe you fight, or maybe you are in different views. You're not accepting something at that time. That's when you bring up everything. No, last time you did this. No, you did this. You did this. But when you are seeing the flags, you are quiet about them. So I think maybe when you see them, try to sit down with your partner, talk to them, create a dialogue between him and you, so that you see how best you can resolve them. Then, if you can't resolve them, you can easily pull out from the relationship.
Okay. There is a there is a comment from Chiruja which is saying if red flags are not well handled, they have led to suicide as well as psychological disorders for the victim when they escalate.
Yes,
Okay, so
that's
this
true.
is so I need you to add up to what is said from a medical point of view. Okay,
Yes, I
so
think this
before
is okay.
okay, there's another question. Oh, a comment from Mr. Uh, Eno Kuntoka. He says sometimes girls ignore red flags because of peer pressure, the fear of being single when their friends are dating. Sometimes it is also about this thing of being dependent on men. They fear they fear that if I leave him, no one else will provide for my needs. Okay,
Yes, that's
so
true.
yeah, this comment is very true and is the one that is leading to the other question that was just the comment that Chinufia pointed out to say is leading to depression, suicide. You know, this man was providing for you and then he's giving you all the signs and all the signs that you're supposed to, you can leave, but you do not want to leave. So I wanted you to comment on the effects, like it's on the effects part, because if somebody hasn't handled it well, which will lead to suicide and other psychological disorders, you as a health personnel, what can you say about that, or how can you advise young people out there?
So mostly, okay, let me say we do things under pressure. We want to be seen at no, I'm doing this. I want everyone to see what I'm doing. Then when things don't go as we planned, there's that pressure that just comes within us. That's why you see the psychological disorders they come in, because the brain somehow is affected. So the way that the way that we put up ourselves to our partners also matters, because like the way the other guys talked about providing, or maybe being dependent on men. Yes, that's true. Most of the times you say no because you're dating. That man is supposed to do almost everything, which is not the case. As a lady, you can the relationship is not one thing that is one-sided. All of you need to invest in it. So the way that you are investing in your relationship also matters. So once we lack that, then you put pressure on the other side. Even a man will get stressed, a lady will get stressed to some point as well.
Okay. If you're just joining us, our topic is red flags in relationships, female edition. And if you want to join the Zambian Youth Platform, you can go to our website, which is down there at www.zambianyouthplatform.org, or where that's where you're going to find the link to the website and you can join in and become a member. So this live show, we have exciting news. We'll be giving away gifts, prizes to those people who are mostly engaged on the show. So you just comment or send us your takeaway message, and then you comment down below the live show, and then if you might be the lucky winner of, there are a lot of prizes there: ball games, t-shirts, chitenge materials. There's also a tablet. So just tune in every Fridays as we come live to you on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Invite your friends, comment, like, and share the videos as we get to learn. Also, ask questions on what you would like to learn, and so on and so forth. Um, so I like the fact that Fanny, that you've spoken about young people should, like us girls, we should learn not to be very dependent on the guy's side, because when a person is showing you red flags, that is a sign to say you are not in a safe relationship. And then you in the process, like you spoke about that person who was killed, that person who was hit, shot, and whatnot, which is not very good. Those are the signs out there that young people, we are not, we do not have the self-esteem to say I can live on my own. I can, you know, when you stay away from relationships and then you figure out what you want and who you are, like you will not tolerate certain things. There's okay, so there's a comment from Mr. Ntoka saying further, red flags are ignored because most ladies have no capacity to sit their partners down to resolve issues. Yes, that is true.
Very
Yeah, like you said, you gave a comment to say you have to find balance between the relationship and talk to your partner about what you do not like and what you like. There's another comment from Annie Kakompe saying it's the nature of a woman to be understanding and fight really hard to be with that person they love. Okay, this is an interesting comment. So Annie is saying it is in us to stay even if the relationship is toxic. What do you say about that? You are in a toxic relationship, they beat you all the time, your partner cheats on you. In fact, if they cheat on you, they even, on top of that, they even infect you with HIV. How can you feel? Are you going to still fight for that relationship?
no, 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 no. For me,
Okay.
I'm not going to sit in that relationship. Let me say, yes, you're going to understand quite right. In that process of you understanding, a lot of things can come in place. Where you say it, you get infected with HIV, other STIs
Mhm.
that you don't know, because you know, no, because I'm understanding this guy gives me almost everything. So how am I going to talk to him? I'm just supposed to take in almost everything. At the end of the day, you are not just affecting everyone, you are also affecting yourself in that relationship. Sooner or later, your understanding it is going to lead you to a point where you can't take it anymore. You give up on relationships. Mostly, we enter into relationships because we've not yet healed from what we've been going through. In as much as you need a relationship so badly, sometimes it's
Mhm.
better for you to heal from your past relationships. Then you can jump into another relationship. Not you're in this relationship before you even heal from whatever that you're going through from that past relationship, you jump into another one. The things that you used to pass through that relationship, you won't leave them there because you're not yet healed. You go with them into a new relationship which won't be healthy for that relationship. So mostly heal, talk to your partner, understand them. Then also the understanding part, it matters. What are you understanding in that relationship? What
Yeah.
is there to understand? Someone cheats on you on a daily basis. He's given you an infection. You also understand he's going to kill you. Are you going to understand when you're dead?
No.
Yeah. So
Okay,
it
so
matters the extent of understanding.
okay. Since like we're winding up, and I would just like you to speak to the young people out there, if they are going through such kind of things, if they're going through the red flags in relationships, what advice would you tell them? Where should they go to report if the boyfriend or the partner is um violent? Where do they go if they found out that through the act of the red flags in the relationship, they've contracted different sexual transmitted infections? Where do they go to report, or what services? I would like you to speak to that.
All right, thank you. So we have youth friendly corner in each and every clinic and hospital. So mostly when the teenagers or us who are passing through such situations, it's very important for us to visit these services so that we are given each and everything that we need. Because in these youth friendly corners, they get to learn different things. At times, you're even a privilege to know your status. They teach you about the importance of you knowing your status and other things that are also packaged in that youth friendly corner. There's also counseling. So once you go to any health facility, you ask for a youth friendly corner. They'll give you each and every detail that you need. At times, yes, you can't manage to go there. We've got elders at home, we've got sisters, you've got mothers, you've got brothers. It depends with how you relate with them. You can tell them, you can open up to them to tell them, no, me, I'm passing through this in my relationship. How best can you help me? Then they can still advise you. But when you feel no, you can't contain it, it's better you talk to someone.
Okay. Thank you
Yes.
very much, Fanny, for the information. And thank you to everyone out there who joined us, asked questions and comments, shared the live. We thank you very much. Please do catch us every Friday 2 p.m. That is 14 hours on our Facebook live, on our Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Please share. We cannot just finish the conversation on the live. We can also continue in the chat box, the comments. Let's comment and ask questions. Let's get learning. Please. Thank you very much to our sign language interpreter, Paul, who came later on the live show, but we're thankful that he's there. We're also thanking everyone who's managed to join and be with us on the live show. Please do catch us next week, same time, same place. Thank you very much. What are your last, I don't know, remarks, comments?
So let's just look at the flags. Let's see how you can handle them and how you can do it best. The best thing you can do, communicate to your partner, see the extent of the relationship, the levels that you've reached, and also try, as ladies, let's try to speak up. Let's not be dependent on men. We can also do things to surprise them. They are our men, so at least they deserve better. Let's look into this thing, so at least in future it will help us. A red flag, if you can't control it, it's better you drop from the relationship. You can still
Yeah.
find another relationship. That doesn't mean no people, yes, in as much people are going to talk about you living in that relationship, you know the benefits of you living in that toxic relationship because it didn't help you at all. So it's very important for you to notice and to know the person that you're dating.
Okay. Thank you very much. This is bye bye from us. Until next Friday.